Tompkins lived up here.
Well,
Was it a Tompkins? They had a son named Gary.
Mary Alice, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I'll show you where she was raised.
But it was up here on 138 somewhere.
Yeah.
See, my dad and my brother, while I was a little guy, they run bread routes all through this part of the country. Sunbeam bread routes. We may have delivered you guys bread, I don't remember.
And you remember Raymond Krause that lived with Thelma? There's where he lived and burned up.
You're probably not going to do any good.
No, it's down the road.
I'm not.
Well, this is Mom's place where Mom was raised, which would be Audrey Osborne. And this is the home that I was born in on April 11th, 1942. We have pictures of Mom and Dad and Grandma Osborne. Grandma Meredith, to me, was standing right here in front of this house. So the people weren't home, so I'm walking around the yard taking pictures. So Aunt Dorothy says that this one is there.
And Daddy built that barn.
What area?
Huh?
What area are they in?
They're in the
Well, I meant by the front or the side or the middle
this
or...
side up here. But my sister and my footprints are in that barn.
I'll say, I just got out of bed here.
Oh, did you? Oh, sorry.
The room that I was born in there, my second son was born in the same room.
But we completely changed the inside.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
And,
Well, after we got it, I know they changed it too.
Now you say someone lived here for 30-some years?
Since 1932.
32.
I believe it was 32. Maynard Duff.
Well, I was born in 1942.
I'm sorry. 52.
52.
Yeah. Sometime.
now Edna and Lucille Duff
Okay, Edna Duff.
and Lucille.
Well, Lucille lives in Hillsborough now, but Edna
Oh, she lives in Hillsborough. I live in Hillsborough.
Lucille. Wait a minute. Lucille Duff. Lucille. She married Dunn?
Huh?
She married Dunn? Lucille.
Gosh, I haven't seen her for
There's
years.
one that she always talks to in Hillsborough.
Now, I talked to Edna not too long ago.
Okay, she's in Greenfield now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Edna's son lives in the trailer,
Is that...
Bob.
Mhm.
And then I married Bob's daughter.
Ah. Well, I knew you were connected somehow because Edna had told me, you know.
Would you care if she walked back and looked in the barn?
No, that's fine. It's an
Just-
absolute
she
mess
just-
'cause they've been working on tractors and everything else
Yeah,
back in there.
yeah. But I walked around and took pictures. Well, when I was born in this house, I weighed 2 pounds 9 ounces. And the doctor came and told Daddy that he didn't think I'd make it, but they wrapped me up and they'd put me in an
wrapped her
oven
and put her in the oven.
to keep me warm.
I remember that.
On the oven door.
In the was it an old what kind of wasn't it one of those old what they call those stoves where they cooked on it?
Potbelly. Hey.
Range.
Huh? A range, and they put me in the oven, keep me warm till the doctor got here, and then Daddy and the doctor, I think the name was Doc Rhodes. Would that be right?
McBride.
Well, I'm not sure.
Or Ambrose.
Don't
Ambrose.
say, just smack him.
And
Straight.
took me on
My
to the
daughter's
hospital, and they didn't even have incubators back then. So at the time.
Yeah, I took to her and a heck of a good rider, so.
Well, if you don't care, we'll walk back to the barn and look at the concrete. She said, I'd love to see.
Was the pond back there then?
Huh?
The pond? There's a pond on the other side of the barn.
Oh, there is.
I was thinking it was built during...
Would that car be anyway if I just leave it set there? Would you rather?
Yeah, my wife's going to be pulling in. If you just pulled in the drive or
Molly.
whatever.
Molly was the last name of the carpenter that built that barn.
Well, we're getting ready to try to redo it. Because I know when Maynard had it, he never touched it. We've been here 17 years. And I keep thinking, well, next year I'll do that.
You know what my daddy did every Sunday morning?
Work on the barn.
He swept all the cobwebs down, he cleaned the barn, and he would oil all of his machinery, or if any of it needed painted or anything, that was his Sunday's job.
No, when
Grandma used to say, that's the Lord's day, you should go to church, and Daddy says, the better the day, the better the deed.
Didn't you say your dad built this little building over here?
Yeah, that's where we put the car. He owned 3 cars in his lifetime. He owned a Model T, and then he got one that had the 2 little curtain windows on the back that you take the curtains off, you know.
Like a hearse?
And in the summertime you drove it without these curtains on, and in the wintertime you put them curtains on.
Oh.
On the sides. And then he built the Model A Ford.
I was going to say, when that garage is built, a modern car wouldn't get in. A pickup truck won't, a regular pickup truck, small one, will go inside. But we used to have a Honda, and it was a tight fit for it. You had to go over to one side just to get the door open.
Yeah.
There's no room in it once you pull in.
Didn't mean to alarm you, but we're just out.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, see, I'm retiring from the police department in Greenfield.
Oh, are you?
And I thought, who in the heck is out there taking pictures of my car? So I saw you going that, and I thought,
oh no, it was a building. It was a building, yeah.
That's why I said, can I help you? Because I thought,
yeah. I thought, oh no, I see.
already been done.
Yeah.
I see what you're thinking now.
Still in there or what?
No.
Reminiscing.
So I don't guess I'd ever been at this house, you know. So I lost Mom last September, and so we've talked about getting out, and Vidi knows some things that she could tell us about the old home place, and she was telling me about the cement.
I'll soon be 87 years old, so we figured we better do it while
While she's walking around and enjoying.
Yeah, Mom was 10 years younger than.
I'll say, Edna's about.
yeah, she wasn't supposed to go for me.
I was trying to think how old Edna is. She's 80 something, right? I can't remember.
Huh?
Edna, I can't remember how old she is. It seems like she just recently had a birthday.
Edna?
Edna Duff?
Huh?
Or Edna Wolf? Edna Duff?
Yeah.
I think she just had a birthday. I can't.
She's what?
Her birthday. He's trying to think how old she'd be.
Oh, she's about 18 months younger than me.
Okay.
So she'd be 85 then, wouldn't she?
That's,
Yeah.
85th birthday.
There was Edna, Lucille and Edna and Mary Alice and me and Thelma and Bob Tompkins. We was at one of the other houses all the time. You know, played together.
Now, Edna was raised down there, right? Edna was raised at the Wolf place? Edna? She was raised at the Wolf's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now my dad,
Get down.
my dad, he farmed. Edna's dad's farm.
Okay.
He did the crops.
So say they.
Well, how much ground did your dad, Mom, have here?
40 acres.
That's what was, well, that's what the deed says, but it's more than 40.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I want to tell you what, my cousin has got a picture of all the farms, and Daddy's name, this farm is in that picture, and Daddy's name's on it.
What's your name, may I?
Roche. R-O-C-H-E.
Oh, okay.
And you're retiring from
Greenfield
Greenfield as a police officer.
Yeah. So,
Then what are you going to do?
Teach over at Southern State.
Teach at
I hope.
yeah.
I teach now, but not full time.
What do you teach?
Law enforcement.
Law enforcement.
Do you?
Cool.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, but-
Well, if you don't mind, we'll look around. If you do
Nah,
mind,
it's fine.
please say so.
Yeah, I just, if you
light on, and there was a light on in there, and I thought, well, there may be in the other part of the house. So then I knocked again, and I knocked twice, and I thought, well, maybe they're back. I heard a dog bark, and I thought, well, maybe they're back at the barn.
Actually, when I got up out of the computer room and I looked through the window and I thought, well, that's not Teresa, that's my wife. Because she would park there or there and I would have seen them.
Oh,
I thought, well, it's one of them driving through to go out to the barn or
Yeah,
working on the equipment or something.
yeah.
All of a sudden, I heard another noise. What's that? And I hear voices.
Yeah.
She's recording history today.
Yeah. So she said, she said one day, I would love to see if our prints are still in that concrete of mine and my sister's in the barn. And
You know what?
I've never seen them. But I never looked for them either.
Yeah.
I never looked
Yeah.
for them. Now that
so,
Well, mine and Thelma's both, as you know.
and that was her older sister, Thelma. There was three
Thelma
girls.
was There was 3 girls of us. Her
Thelma,
mother, me. I was the middle one, and then Thelma.
Thelma was the oldest. She lives over by New Petersburg, or she did.
Thelma.
Cox, C-O-X. Dorothy and Aunt Dorothy and Thelma married brothers.
She married Bert Cox, and I married Stanley Cox.
Do you remember an Elmo Cox? Maybe by.
There's 2 Coxes that just built places at the end of this road. I don't
is
know.
there? Yeah.
They're from the Leesburg area, I thought.
Yeah, that's where you guys lived, was in Leesburg. You and Stan.
Mostly.
The last
There's a
2
lot of
Coxes.
Coxes around Eastman Road, too, but we was no related.
No
not
relation
related
to them. Yeah.
Got a big deal going on in Greenfield this weekend, huh?
Yeah, that's why I take vacation every year.
Good idea.
Yes, I
Yeah, I don't blame
was
you.
trying to think back when I was a sergeant.
We wanted to go to
I started
San
taking vacation that week. I was taking a whole month of July off. And then once I got chief, I said,
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah.
Everybody else can handle it.
I do all the other stuff. I forget that week. I just,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a nightmare. The vendors complain about every little thing, and then
Yeah.
the
Oh,
people are fine. It's the vendors that just.
drive you
Drive you.
nuts.
Well, we wanted to go to the cemetery over Greenfield, and I said, well, we'll go the back way.
If you go up 5th Street by the high school,
Oh, is it?
that'll be open.
That'll be open.
Yeah,
That's
and
where
then
Dottie
cut
lives.
across.
Oh, is it
Dottie
really?
lives on 5th Street.
Fifth Street. Yeah.
Have you seen the high school since they've redone it? Have you been through it?
No. That's where I
It's-
went to school.
Well,
The
they
high
redid it, and it's
did?
nice inside. Yes,
Mm.
yes, very nice. They actually restored the floors, the wooden floors
Yeah.
on the 3rd floor.
Wow.
When you go inside, you really can't. I mean, it was starting to get bad, worn.
Mhm.
But it looks brand new, and they kept everything. The
Well.
murals, everything.
Did they? Well, good.
Oh, I'll be darned. Well, are you able to walk back there, or should we drive you back?
I think I can walk.
My name's Don Pearson. Please
Yes.
Sorry about
Robin Rose.
Yes.
Are you related to Pearson's in town?
Well, I hope not.
In Lynchburg, you mean?
No, well, I was thinking Cindy Pierce and
This is Pierce son.
Pierce
P-I-E-R-S-O-N.
son.
Uh-huh.
We had a Dr. Pearson in town.
P-I-E-R-S-O-N.
No relation.
Yeah.
I was gonna
And
say,
I'm
I
his
think
wife,
he's
Jerry, or Geraldine, my sister Elaine. Yeah.
You're from Lynchburg?
We're all from
Lynchburg,
Lynchburg.
uh-huh.
Except Aunt
And
Dorothy. She
She lives in
Hillsborough.
Hillsborough. Yeah.
I see. Peyton Pearson was down
Yep.
there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Clay is,
I graduated with Clay.
Yes,
Clay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I worked with Clay for several years.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of
Yeah.
fact, when he left, when I took over.
Yeah, because you're good friends
We
with.
were real good friends there.
Uh-huh.
We're both retired.
Yeah, we just retired. Love it.
She's been retired a year and a half. and
I
I've been
worked
out
at
6
Hamilton
months.
Insurance in Lynchburg for 32
Okay.
years, and then I'm filled in at vacation time at the Hillsborough office for Dwight Hamilton. And so, but we
Did you
I worked for Ford Motor Company.
as
layout
I
inspector.
was a layout
okay.
inspector for
Mm-hmm.
Ford.
Okay. I didn't know maybe you were salesman.
You ought to hear
or-
this.
No.
You ought to hear this
Yeah.
guy play guitar.
And that's my hobby.
He plays Chet Atkins style
Chet
guitar. He does a
I
lot
saw
of
that
Chet
Chet
Atkins
Atkins.
the second.
I'm a
He goes to a lot of.
wannabe guitar player.
Chet
He
Atkins.
plays at for revivals and different things. And,
See with Roy Ross? Roy Ross and the Bluegrass Boys, Pike County?
No.
He used to be a sheriff down there, but prior to being in law enforcement, he was Bluegrass.
Oh, okay.
Actually opened up for Bill Monroe. And,
oh,
really?
good girl.
Cool.
That's
nothing
cool.
like working the desk at the sheriff's office. But this morning, somebody said, the sheriff, man, I'm sorry, he's out on investigation. Well, tell him Bill Monroe called him right. I called it. The sheriff lived above there at that time, and I called up. I said, some joker by the name of
Bill Monroe.
Bill Monroe. Well, put him on. And I went. The other guy says, yeah, you used to open the show for him. You're serious, aren't you? Oh, yeah, you get all them calls.
Working in the sheriff's department, you have a tendency probably not to believe anything people tell you. So a lot
know
of
the sheriff, especially in Pike County. Back in the 70s.
oh, that's funny.
Well, I
Yeah,
appreciate you
appreciate
people, but and doing the job that you do, but I really don't want to be known by you.
Well,
Except maybe for my
8
guitar
years
player,
or
but
so.
not for anything else. But
the last 8 years is different. It's the business people or the I don't want to say prominent people, the successful people, the people that don't get in trouble and do things with their lives. Those are the ones as chief, I meet.
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
The other, it's,
Yeah.
Gee, is that all this world's full of? Is these people, and then like I used to go to the high school plays, and I go up there and I think,
He probably knows Jason.
Oh, well, he
Jason.
probably does.
Jason.
Yeah. You got what was a great grandson?
Jason Cox.
He ended up.
From Greenfield?
He's in.
Yeah, he's in Orient now.
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Got meth lab or something. You said he got tangled up in.
No, they had got him in the paper, said theft, forgery, and failure to appear.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on probation.
But he's been in and out of trouble.
Yeah.
Now the other two boys are absolutely different. I mean,
Now that's Dottie's.
that's Dottie's middle.
That's her baby's.
no,
so you
it's-
had-
her son.
it's her middle son.
Her middle
No, I
son.
meant your daughter's
your daughters.
Yeah.
son.
Yeah, it's
Your-
my grandson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had 11 children.
Had 11 children, 32 grandchildren, and 40 great-grandchildren.
And Dottie's, that mother of the boy, is her baby.
And only one
Dottie
turned
was,
out.
huh?
Only one ended up like that.
I'm a
Only
granddaughter.
one.
I'm a
Can't be his
grandchild. I
odds.
mean, yeah.
I've got one son works for the police department in Palmetto, Florida.
Meadow, Florida.
He's an investigator.
Yeah. But, none of your actual children ever ended up in any kind of
Oh, no,
problems,
they
really.
never had no
Yeah,
problems.
whether it's Bob or Peg.
Well, there always has to be a black sheep.
Well, we'll walk.
Thank you.
Might know her.
Yeah, that's Edna's son.
Isn't it, son?
Yeah, Bob. Her
I
oldest
never
one?
met him, but
Okay.
me and Edna was good friends.
Well, you'll have to introduce yourself to him
We
back
told
here.
each other a lot of secrets.
I noticed your shirt. We're friends with
Yeah. Oh,
Rick Wilkins.
fine. Yeah. Lynch shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
My pocketbooks are in the car.
Oh, well, I think they'll be fine where we're at.
I'm gonna get my camera in case we do find the footprints.
Well, the guy's going on, I guess. It looks like the guy's in a truck. Let's see, we'll walk on back. Hi. Is your husband's name Bob? Yeah. Okay, his mother's name's Edna?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Her and I were real good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see Edna, tell her you talked to Dorothy Fox.
Dorothy Clark. Well, I've heard her mention you. He can tell you more than I can.
well, I think he's getting in the truck, so I don't guess we'll probably get to talk to him.
He's a policeman. We ought to be, our public should all be safe.
Ought to be safe, shouldn't he? Hello?
Hold back up here. Your mother? Real good friends. Edna?
Yes.
We played together all the time. She lived down yonder and I lived here. Dorothy Cox.
I can't really say you was a cop.
Dorothy.
Yeah.
As soon as you said
Is your mother still living?
Yes, it is.
I saw her not too long ago.
5 before he passed.
Yeah. She'll be 87 August 15th. About 18 months younger than me. Tell her I'm out rehashing old memories. So she's talked about me. Evidently. She knows who I was.
She knew who you were, didn't she?
Where's Bonnie at?
He's up there
He's
talking to
gabbing.
him. He's up there talking with him.
And help Daddy feed.
What kind of animals did you have?
Huh?
What kind of animals did you have?
Oh, just horses and cows, and pigs, and I had an old hen and chickens. That was, she had several chickens, but we was on the other side of the barn, and a cat got them kittens, and before we could stop it, it just killed every one of them.
Oh, for
So Daddy grabbed the cat with a tail and slammed it up against the corn crib and killed it.
Did he have a temper?
Huh?
Did your dad have a temper?
No, not
No,
really.
not
Can
really?
we get through there?
I don't
It
know.
should be right
looks
along
like
here.
you can slide it. Maybe.
We're going to figure if we can figure this barn out here so we can look for some.
Where do you need to go?
Right in here.
I'll let you.
Oh.
Left.
Are they there?
Deteriorated, ain't they?
Yep, I see
That's
it.
it right there.
Now, is
one
that your
of 'em.
footprints?
One of them.
That's one of them.
And then the other one was next to
I
it?
don't know where it, I can't see it. One of them must have stepped deeper than the other.
Yeah, must have.
We wasn't very big.
No, you couldn't have been.
No.
Now we had stalls all along here.
Uh-huh. The hay mow.
We used to throw down feed to the horses.
Uh-huh. You threw it down to them?
Huh?
You threw it down to them? The feed?
Uh-huh. And we had a trough in there, and we put the corn,
Uh-huh.
and then the big trough where we put the, so we used to play up there in the hay mow.
Now the hay mow was where at?
Up here.
Up above us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
Okay.
the corn crib back there.
Yeah. Was the corn crib here?
Was that your corn crib?
Was this here?
That was there, but then there was another one here.
Uh-huh.
Over on this side?
Uh-huh.
Now that field looks familiar, the way it lays.
Uh-huh. The lay of the land.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there was 40 acres here then. And he says there's more acreage here than
See,
40.
It just went down there and clear up there, and then around down here.
Uh-huh.
Nice farm.
Daddy made a good living on it anyways.
Yeah.
Let's go around this way.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, when I was taking pictures of the front of the house, we have got a pictured home that's got a picture of Mom and Dad probably when they was first married or dating,
Yeah.
in front of that house.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now here's where we always had the garden, but it was fenced in then.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll put my hand on that.
We always
over in this area,
Right here.
Got all them dolls and things in.
Yeah.
Daddy, I can see him yet, coming from the barn with that on his, with corn in that basket for the chickens.
Oh, is that right? Here's where you have the chicken?
I don't remember that building.
Oh,
I went to that. That chicken's still there. There was a coal house and a chicken and a
smokehouse. Yeah.
well, there's a little building up here that's kind of behind the house.
Probably had an outhouse too.
huh?
Probably had an outhouse too, didn't you?
Now, is that one of the two buildings, Dorothy? There's
Now,
two
that
buildings.
middle one must be the smokehouse.
Uh-huh.
Now that other one has to be the coal house that we call the coal. Now this building, I don't remember this being here.
This one?
And that's there. See, that's the thing what's dead on there.
Uh-huh.
Look how they changed that.
Yeah. Built on and all.
Of course, that's been a lot of years ago.
Yeah. Well, how many years did Grandma sell the place?
Well, I was born in 17. Phil was born in, 14? And
then
Mom was born in 21,
and they lived
Yeah.
here, I guess, until 1940.
27.
After Dad died.
27.
Till after your dad died. In what year? Was that 38?
Well, Mom moved to Greenfield in 40.
In
1940.
Uh-huh.
Daddy died in 38.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, one of them's still there.
One of them still. That down. I took that down when I was putting cattle in there. I had cattle for several years, beef cattle. We get 3 or 4 beef cattle, and it was a. Well, I was told that was where they kept the horses, because there was
Stalls.
well, there's big panels all the way around for the horses to kick or whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what that was a horse trough or whatever for their feet and so on.
She said there were stalls on that left side there.
Yeah,
We
that's
had-
got
we had
wood
a
all the way
pony.
around it.
We had a pony. White one.
A white pony.
White pony. And we would ride that to school. We went to Rosebush School up here.
Where was that at?
Look up here and turn left. It's right up there. It's gone now. That was Rosebush School. And
I was gonna say there was a schoolhouse right over in.
well, this was you go up here to the end of the road and turn around. Go up there. But we would ride that pony to school, turn it loose, and it'd come home. Now, if it was raining, Daddy would take us in the buggy.
It's a he.
Yeah.
And so he'd take you in the buggy then, huh?
Yeah, he'd take us in the buggy when it was raining or bad.
You okay, buddy?
Well, I guess we
Well,
better
we're
let
ready to
this
go,
man
I
go to sleep, go back to bed.
Oh no, I just got up.
Parents had watermelons planted there. So Uncle Albert and me and Thelma got in his old truck and come up here. stole some watermelons.
From Claire.
We didn't tear up he never missed them because
We just sneaked in and took them real
we just
clean.
sneaked in and took them and went home and ate them. But he wouldn't give you one. He wouldn't give you one if you starved him.
Now that would have been whose dad?
That was Mary Alice's husband.
Oh, Mary Alice's husband.
Bob it was Bob's dad.
Bob's dad,
It was Mom's brother.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Clarence.
Mom's brother.
Okay.
He lived on the home front.
Now, do we go on down this road or go back?
Let's go back. I want to show you this. Now that's the back part of the farm that I'll show you that.
Well, my goodness,
So
there
you'll show us the front.
must have been more than 40 acres of that.
It looks like.
If it run all the way from
No.
138,
This
Right here's
to
the back
that
corner.
fence, over to the road,
Yeah.
and down the
to 138.
That strip.
Well, he said there's more than 40 acres.
Well, it was always called 40 acres.
Yeah. Because, the man that lives there now,
That's a good corner.
That means rain.
Yeah, it does.
It's raining, so it'll fill.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell by looking, Aunt Dorothy, that house has been added on to
Oh yeah,
more than once.
oh yeah. All that back there used to be just a screened-in back porch.
and you were born in that house too.
Yeah.
All
her,
three
her
of you
oldest
were?
son was.
Well, see,
Three of us.
All three of them.
well, see, I never knew that. Thelma and you and
And Audrey. Yeah.
my mom was all born in there.
Because evidently, Daddy moved there right when they got married. Don't lie.
That may be on
So he, that's the only thing he ever bought on time then, huh?
Yep.
Do you remember what he paid for that farm?
No, have no idea.
It's probably a matter of record though.
Now,
Yeah.
Mom's second husband, Clarence Jones, he lived on the right straight across from Mom's house, across the creek. Now, there's a little creek that goes down in this woods over here on the right. That's where we played all the time. The house has even gone when Clarence lived. But there's a little
back
creek.
over there.
There's a little creek that goes down through there. And that's where we played in that part of the creek.
Now, we want to go on towards.
I never played a lot of it. I told Nancy out there, if I had...
That's 73.
Huh?
73.
73.
June 15th, 1973. Now, Dad said that over on the other side when we come in is where the Tompkins are, but it's a flat marker, and there's a big bush that almost covers it, like the piney bush. And he said you can't even hardly see the marker. And he said it's on that side. Would that be the Tompkins? He said it's over there. He said for us to look it up when we're here. And I meant to bring things to trim it back so we could see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Thelma and then Floyd.
It's Floyd that died in 72.
See, I told Dad I don't even remember when he died or going to the cemetery or doing anything. I don't remember.
Grandma didn't treat him very good in his last days.
She didn't.
No, she didn't take very good care of him.
Elaine, go over there and move that, pick that thing up on top of, no, on the other one. Just pick it up for a minute.
Was Raymond Merritt? Raymond
Yeah, that's good.
Crouch.
Now I can read the name on the...
Thelma was.
Okay, thank you.
But, and it was
And
down.
still will.
It was down for a long time, and the rain beat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now-
You can see where it's worn.
Now Stan's uncle made that.
He made that stone?
He was a stonemason.
Oh my goodness.
and
Isn't
he
that
made that.
something?
See what he wrote.
Did you get that, Donnie, where she was talking about the baby stone?
Yeah.
Her talking about it?
What's the M? Betty.
Betty.
Betty made.
Betty May.
Betty May.
Hopefully someday I'll see her.
You sure will. You'll get to see her someday.
Yep. Stan's uncle lived in West Virginia, Huntington, in Huntington, West Virginia.
Uh-huh.
He made that,
Huh.
but Stan never would have it put up. It's set in the closet.
Is that right?
So Floyd, he put it up for me the first time, and then it fell over, and then Roger, he straightened it up towards the secret
Concrete.
Saccrete.
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 And straightened it up, but it's going down again. But I said Stan never got to see his kids all grew or nothing, and you know.
Never got to see him married, did he?
He really never got to enjoy any of the grandchildren or anything like that. I mean, you know.
Not like you have.
No. Mm-mm.
You missed out.
But he wouldn't have enjoyed them like I have. I mean, you know, he loved his kids and all that, but he just wasn't really, I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? Yeah.
He took care of the responsibility financially.
He liked everything.
Did you realize
Now there's stuff on top of that too. That he
Oh, yeah.
that he did.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, isn't that
Flowers.
pretty? Yeah.
Leaves and flowers.
Oh, he really carved that. Isn't that pretty?
Yes, it is.
And he was a stone maker, huh?
Well, I don't have any pictures of her, but I can still see her.
Yeah, you just never forget
And
that.
if she had lived, she would look like Roger.
Oh, you think so?
Because when she was born, she had red hair. Roger had red hair when he was born.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I think she would have looked like Roger.
Like Roger.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So probably December 10th is a hard day for you, isn't it?
That's Thelma's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
She died on Thelma's birthday.
Thelma's birthday.
I think Barb's oldest one was born that day, too.
Mm-hmm.
Bethany.
Bethany. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, but I never even got a picture of her.
She said she always regretted that. She didn't even have a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was the first one? Was she or not?
No.
No,
no.
51, no.
Now Stan, he's buried right here.
Uh-huh.
Now I'll be buried there and keep his feet warm.
Well, keep his feet warm, are you?
He always had, his feet was always cold.
Mom's were always hot. She always liked them uncovered.
Mom always had her feet uncovered.
Yeah.
I do the same thing sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not because your feet are hot.
Well,
My butt's always cold, isn't it?
you'll break your camera.
It's all right, I'll buy another one.
But you know, I told Joe, I said, you don't remember bad things. You know,
Not so much,
you
no.
remember the good things.
Yeah, that's true.
The last time Joe was up, I think he got straightened up a little bit. I mean, you know, he wasn't
sometimes it takes longer
Yeah.
to get past
I think
things.
you have to get some age on you.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't.